This is the Crappie Connection, brought to you by Redneck Rubber, Power Crappie, Visit Ridgeland, B&M Poles, K9 Fishing, Cornfield Fishing Gear, Bobby Garland Baits, Genco Fishing, Denali Rods, The Direction TV, Top Hat Jigs, Crappie Magnet, Anderson Minnow Farm.
About a mile from the Big Muddy Rib, place I'll always remember. Cabin on the lake and a fishing pole. Forever here I'll rest my soul. I can feel my worries drift away from being out in the sun all day. No matter where in the world I go, I'll always find home on the banks of that oxbow.
What's up, guys? Brad Chappell back here at the Grizzly Jig Show 2022. Got my bud at the end,
Todd Huckabee.
Also in the middle, we've got the man that kicked everything off.
The man with the plan.
The man with the plan, exactly. Mr. Mansfield. Not a lot of introduction probably needed. Anybody that's been to the store knows this fella. And as a crappie fishing guy, this was always where I wanted to come in the beginning to buy stuff. And walking through this store today, you can really, man, this is a crappie fishing paradise.
It is a crappie fisherman's paradise, and I am proud to be here. Proud to
Absolutely.
be part of it, and you folks have made this for me and my family.
Absolutely. I mean, that's crappie fishing. I think it's a big
It is.
family.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole different group of people. It's just crappie fishermen that like to socialize, like to tell the little lies. They don't have an air about them. They're just all around good people.
Absolutely.
You know, we were talking earlier out there just a few minutes ago, Louie, about, you know, I've been really blessed to be at this show for, I don't know, close to 20 years now. And so I've heard the backstory of how this started. But all of our viewers out there, just the guy coming through, shopping at Grizzly, ordering from Grizzly online, doesn't know how much dedication and time and work and worry and everything else that's gone into getting it this big. So,
Well, my wife could tell you that.
oh, I'm
My
sure.
wife could tell you that.
But if you will, start with the beginning.
Beginning as a mallard duck feather.
All right.
That's it in a nutshell. The color of a mallard duck feather is called grizzly. And I started making a little jig using the mallard duck feathers and started dyeing them, different ones, so we just called them grizzlies. And it just kind of went from there. And it all started with the mallard duck feather.
Really.
What year did you get the actual a building?
What now?
What year did you get the actual store going? What did you say? Well, you know what, I'm open a store.
In 1989, we opened up a store. It was 1991, I'm sorry. I was working at the shipyard. 1991, I opened up a store inside the sheltered workshop over in Haytime, Missouri. Little one-room place. Of course, you can't see the size of this room, but it was half the size of this room.
Wow.
You had to go through 3 doors to get to us. The handicap worked on some of the jigs. They packaged them, dotted the I's on them. And the lady over there, she said, well, why don't you just come over here and sell them? I said, well, I can do that. I saw things going south at the shipyard, so I jumped right on it. So we opened up a retail store inside the sheltered workshop and put out a sign. People came. I was there, well, probably 5 months, and things went farther south at the shipyard, and they shut the plant down. Well, I just made a route, went around, made a circle, sold my jigs, sold a few other things, and come back, and I told my wife, I said, Darling, I think I'd make a living doing this, even though if I was young enough back then, I could have went to another plant and even made more money than I was making. But I wanted to give this a shot. So she agreed. She just told me that it's all you. She said, I'm not paying any more bills. I'm not going to worry about the bills. You just do what you want to do, just as long as you take care of everything. And I've done that.
You know, I know the transformation, even from the previous building that you guys were in. And, you know, if you haven't never been to the Grizzly Jig Spring Show, it is amazing as far as the amount of people how far they travel.
Had 35 states last year, all the way from California, North and South Dakota, the whole East Coast. And I do know this year we've added Michigan, so
Yeah.
I don't know whether we've lost any of the other or not, but we've added one more.
Yeah, those guys from Michigan were actually at our hotels. Talked to them.
Had 2 guys left Kansas City in the ice yesterday morning. 7 o'clock, got here at 10 minutes till 7. You know, 10 minutes before we closed the other night, Thursday night when it snowed. And they said they was going to make it here regardless. And that is loyal customers.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to why people choose to come here, and you know, prices, selection. This spring show has it all in my mind as far as a crappie fisherman goes.
As far as the crappie fisherman goes.
You know,
you go in out there and you're not going to see the bass section. You're just not going to see the bass section. It's not there. We are getting into the catfish. We've got the catfish corner back there. We're going to start a program like this for the catfishermen next summer. Had a big tournament last year. Drew 90 boats, a lot of attention. So we're going to get into the catfish, and it's getting to be a bigger sport too. But crappie is our life.
you have a guesstimate, I guess would be a good term. How many different SKUs of crappie fishing gear is out there?
No,
Just half a million?
tens of thousands.
Hundred?
And it's unbelievable until you walk through the store and see what's out there. You go into one of the big box stores and they'll have, let me give you an example, let's say Bobby Garland. They'll have Bobby Garland lures. They'll have 10 of the baby shad.
Right.
Maybe 20 the most.
Right.
We've got all 50. And we've got them deep. Same thing with every different bait. We've got them all. We don't just
Pick and choose it.
That's right. So that's where the difference is. And we've over the years we've bought enough now that the pricing is not a problem. We can compete, and a lot of cases do even better.
You know, it's got to make you feel pretty special that out of every single company that's in this crappie industry, this is the one show that the owner and the reps of those companies will not miss.
Anytime you call, you got at least 3 pro crappie fishermen to talk to, and that'll be hard to do at a box store.
Absolutely.
Anytime you call. And Lance is very good in the service department back there. He's very good.
So what does Lance do? I said we'll touch on that because this might not be well known as far as people.
Lance is number 2 son, and he takes care of the service department, and he is by far the best on electronics in this area. He installs the electronics, live scopes, trolling motors, and whatnot. We don't do repair on them anymore, but we
So you
install them.
pretty much you pull in to Grizzly Jig, you can have a blank boat, come inside the store, totally rig it out as far as the seats, the electronics.
Everything but the outboard.
I mean, the rods, the baits, the lines, you name it.
That's
and
right.
it's here. It is no doubt in my mind. You know, guys, if you've never been to the Grizzly Jig Spring Show, I'm going to kind of give you my opinion of what it is. Whether you're the experienced crappie fisherman or you the guy that's just thinking about getting into crappie fishing, you can come especially to the Spring Show and meet all different fishermen from all across our country, all different styles of crappie fishing, and you will leave this place with everything that you need to get into crappie fishing
and you
and
know,
learn.
And that's one of the things that has always just blown my mind about this show is that, you know, if you come up to a pro here and you say, hey, I want to learn about long lining, here they will actually say, whoa, you know, this particular pro, like maybe myself, I'm like, I have no clue how to do it, but let me take you over here and
That's right.
I'll get you with Brad Chappell because he knows how to do it. I mean, I can't tell you how many rods I've sold for B&M.
Right. Absolutely.
Guys come up to me and they're like, hey, man, you know, which of your rods you use for spider rigging? And I'm like, whoa, that's a cuss word around me. I'm going to take you down here with B&M, get you a Charlie Bunning, and let him talk to you about spider rigging because I don't know. So, you know, if it's trolling crankbaits or if it's shooting docks or something, there is one of those experts in this building at all times.
When the pros come here, they come here not only to represent their vendors or whatever,
But the whole industry.
They come here to serve the people that's coming in.
That's it.
Like you're talking about, B&M guy will take you down there and sell you a quantum reel.
Yep.
You know, I mean, just whatever it takes. Anybody you talk, they'll all do that. And
Across the board.
it's just hard for me to believe that we get the reception we get here.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is where we come. This has kind of been our tradition as far as the Crappie Connection goes. You know, to come to the spring show, and we've got a lot of episodes from this store. And you know, honestly, we feel a part of Grizzly Jig from what we've done in the past. And, you know, I look forward to this weekend every year. This is not like, well, man, I got to go here. This is, I get to see a lot of my good buddies. I get to see customers. I get to see people wanting to learn the sport of crappie fishing. I get to see people that's in the industry, you know, as far as the manufacturer side of things. And
Almost like a family reunion.
Absolutely, that's a good term.
It is. We've had several folks out there that has not missed a show. This is the 19th show that has never missed a show.
I believe it.
I've got one gentleman that's never missed the closing of a show.
The end.
Sunday evening. Been there every year.
That's amazing.
Up until last year, we had three. Actually, it was three groups, a man and his wife, a man and his two sons, and they didn't come last year because of the COVID. And one of them still didn't come this year, but the other family came. But they got the one gentleman that has never missed a closing seminar.
Wow.
And there are several out there that hadn't missed a year period. They'll come Monday or Tuesday and whatnot.
I know I see a lot of similar faces as far as just customers goes. I know I'm going to see them here.
Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Well, I would definitely, anybody out there listening and watching, if you're wanting to get into crappie fishing, no matter what your level of expertise, I guess it would say, this is a bucket list thing. If you haven't been, you want to come to the Grizzly Jig Show.
Well,
Next year.
20th anniversary.
next year will be the 20th anniversary. Yeah.
It's always the weekend before Super Bowl, so you can go ahead
yeah.
and plan ahead for next year.
Take vacation.
Wade's pretty well taken over the show, and I kind of laid back and let him do things. And like you complimented me on the banquet last night, Wade gets all the credit for that. And he's getting more and more of the responsibility. I'm wanting to ease off, but it's hard to do.
Right.
It's hard to do.
It's kind of like crappie fishing. You get it in your blood.
Yeah. My wife's been retired a few years, and I need to be spending more time with her. But
I have a feeling that even if you ease off, you'll still be around for the shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For the spring shows, I have a feeling you'll still be
control
in
of the
here.
checkbook.
Right.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for
Thank
letting
y'all
us
for
come.
inviting me.
Hey, if you want to check out all of their products, go to grizzlyjig.com. Have them send you a catalog. It's unbelievable. I mean, you hear it all the time. People say it, but we really mean it. If you are in the crappie industry and you can't find it in this building, you do not need it.
It's not existent.
And we still say it's the largest crappie store in the world. I'm from Missouri. If you see one better, you're gonna have to show me.
That's it.
All right.
Guys, comment
appreciate it.
and make plans to come next year. Till next time, I got my buddy at the end.
Todd Huckabee.
We got Louie right here in the middle.
Thank you.
Brad Chappell. Holla.
About a mile from Big Muddy River, a place I'll always remember. Cabin on the lake and a fishing pole. Forever here I'll rest my soul. I can feel my worries drift away.